Good morning, you handsome people. Remember this Saab that I did the back brakes on? Well, we've now done the rear quarter panel on it and is now having the clutch rooney. First thing we need to do is get the battery tray out of the way, and also get your seat belt, put it through the steering wheel, and that will save that clock spring from getting damaged. And that is the battery and battery tray out of the way. We've also removed the gear cables on the back, they just unplug. And also if we come down the back here, brilliant idea, we've got the lower steering column, 13mm, and everything is from around this corner. We can also unplug the electronic power steering, get the vehicle up in the air now, and we need to get the wheels off. Now we've got the vehicle half raised, we've got the wheel off, we've also removed the inner wheel arch. We need to get our wire brush now and clean the anti-roll bar link and the tracker end, because we will be removing them, and also the centre dry shaft nut. Then we can get the vehicle up in the air and get all that subframe off. Once we've got the vehicle up in the air, with it being a convertible, there's no strength in the chassis, so what we have to do is put extra cross braces in everywhere to support it. With it being a Saab, if you've driven one, you should know that it's always got that firewall flex. But anyway, let's get all these trims off. Once all them covers off, now I have been a little bit lucky. The last Saab 9.3 that I did, somebody had put a new downpipe on it. So what normally happens is that the manifold bolts, the downpipe bolts, should I say, they all corrode, and they can put an extra hour or so on the job. But these are all brand new. Anyway, let's get it off. Now what I've had to do before I take the subframe off, I've had to come up to the top and put this frame on. The reason for this is because this engine mount down the back, it's like a bar that goes through a rubber bush. Now if I do it my normal way with my apprentice underneath the sump, that engine could slip and it could fall out, and we don't want that. So we've supported it by the engine, and we've removed these mounts, this mount now off the gearbox. We can go back underneath and get everything removed. And that is one subframe off down the back there. We've drained the gearbox oil and put the oil into a lovely little receptacle. Dry shaft out this side. I'm going to come around the back now and remove this dry shaft mounting here, get that out, and then we can make a start on the bellows and bolts. Now once we've removed all our bellows and bolts, it should just be a case of get a little bar, prise it off the engine, and we can now just wiggle this gearbox out. We can let it down. Like so. Beautifully. And then once you remove the gearbox, then we need to jump around and remove all the 810s securing the clutch plate and pressure plate to the flywheel. Now the reason why we are changing this clutch is because the flywheel as itself's failed. I don't know whether you can see where it's polished the heads on the flywheel bolts. Right, let's get this flywheel removed. And that is a brand new flywheel fitted to the vehicle. Now what we're going to do to tighten it up, put your Allen key through the bellows and bolts and lock it onto that ring gear. Now these bolts, they're 60 Newton meters and then 40 degrees. I have marked them all at 12 o'clock after I've done the 60 Newton meters. So once I've done that 40 degrees now, all them bolts will be facing the same way. And there we go, that is the flywheel and the clutch plate and pressure plate fitted to the vehicle. We've got 30 Newton meters on the pressure plate, we dated it and hashtag sent it. And let's move around now to the Concentric slave. Now on these, on the back, I've seen it over the years where people have changed them and they don't put that rubber O-ring in. If you don't put it in, you're going to get a wet clutch and it'll be coming back out within a couple of weeks. And there you have it, we've got a new clutch and flywheel and also a new Concentric slave. So we can get all this car now back together. Now we've got it all back together apart from the battery tray and the battery box, and that is because we need to get 11mm now and get on the clutch slave cylinder and get it bled. We're using the Launch Pro Brake 1 Plus down the bottom there. Get it up to 2 bar of pressure, and you should see now when I open this nipple all that dirty, horrible, contaminated fluid coming out. Look at it. That is absolutely minging. Anyway, we're going to wait for about 10 seconds now, get all this bled up. Finally, now it's all back together, we can jump in the car like so. Well, not literally jump in it, but you know what I mean. We'll get in it. Give that clutch pedal a good few pumps. Make sure you've got a good pedal and there's no restrictions there whatsoever. I'm going to give it a big start now. Now this car came in initially for, it wasn't the clutch slipping, it was perfect. Because the dual mass flywheel had failed, the whole car was vibrating. So anyway, We're a big start Rooney, pull the door to. We're backwards, we've got forwards. I'm just going to torque the wheels up now and then we can take down the road for a test drive. And that's it, we're out in the car now. We're just going to go for a good third gear pull and make sure nothing's slipping, and the car is driving as it should. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I hope everyone has a mint weekend and you've enjoyed the video. For now, let's get it sent. I'll have a good weekend.